Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, to Total Football. From now on, our videos is going to be different. We came up with a new idea, with a new show that's called We Know Better. In this show, I'm going to ask questions to Emin. Every time 10 questions, and sometimes we're going to switch it up. It's going to be other way around. And for every question that you get wrong, you're going to have a punishment. For the first video, it's gonna be butts up, and of course we're gonna go to a soccer field and make a mini vlog and show the process and how we did it and how it happened.
Yeah, so we don't want to drag it along, and we're just gonna put it all in one video. So after you ask me all the questions, we're gonna tally up how many I got wrong, and we're just gonna connect the vlog into the end of this video so that it's just all in one video. If the viewers want to go along and try and see how many of them they get right, they can comment down below, tell us their score out of 10, and we'll just compare and see if they did better than me. Who knows?
Yeah, so this is something new, and now let's begin. So the first question that I have for you is, how many goals did Manchester City score from corners in the season of 2011-2012? A. 5 goals, B. 10 goals, C. 15 goals, D. 20 goals.
Yeah, I was about 6 years old, and I didn't know that Manchester City existed as a club back then, so I'm just gonna give it a wild guess. So if I look at this with some logic behind it, A is probably too small, 5 goals. D, 20 goals, that's more than some strikers score in the entire season in the Premier League, so that's just way too much for corner goals. And then B, 10, that sounds realistic, so does C, 15.
Yeah.
So the question is, which one do I go, the lower number or the higher one? And I don't know, since the question's focused on goals that are scored, I think it's got a positive meaning behind it, so I will go for the higher number, C15.
Yeah, you're actually right, 15. And yeah, so Manchester City, they scored 15 goals. And the question number 2 is, for how much did Arsene Wenger sell Thierry Henry? A, $30 million, B, $50 million, C, $48 million, and D, $33 million.
Wow, so I don't know, this is a hard one, but you could buy a lot of things for $33 million, just like the rest of the options, but I don't know.
Do you want a hint for this one?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need a hint.
Okay, so the hint that I'm gonna give you is, it's not an obvious hint, of course. So when Arsene Wenger sold Thierry Henry, he was 26 years old. Yeah, you can just connect it to age and for how much players get sold at that age.
Okay, and this was back in the day, basically, so the transfer market looked really different from what it is now. Prices are crazy, so I don't know. Thierry Henry is a legend, a class player. Age of 26, I think he should be still a pretty good player. I don't want to overrate him because I know players were valued completely differently back then, but I don't know. I feel like 50 million is too high, and then 48 is just 2 millions away from that. So I think both of those options are way too high. So 30 is probably too low in my opinion. So I'm gonna go for D, 33.
Are you sure? Well, why not 30?
It looks too low. Even if it's even if 33 is just plus 3 million, I think that definitely meant something back in the day. But 48 is probably too high.
So you're going for 33?
Yeah.
Okay. So the correct answer is actually 30 million. Yeah. And we know that Arsene Wenger, he likes to sell his players at that range of an age between 24 and 26. And 30 million for back in the day, this was really good money.
In my opinion, I think that's bad business for Wenger because selling Henry at the age of 26 just sounds not smart for 30 million. I mean, especially letting go of a player when it's usually their prime at the age of 26, so.
Didn't he go to Barcelona?
Yeah, I know, but exactly, so it's not that much of a fee for Barcelona for Thierry Henry. So
Maybe Henry just didn't want to stay at Arsenal because, as we know, in his prime years, he won like Premier League and all that in the English football.
okay, I mean like I could have been right if you probably added up like all the extra fees or something. I might have been right, but
So yeah,
sure, yeah, there goes one butt kick. So
this is the first answer that you got wrong. So yeah, now let's move on to the third question, and it's how many goals did Ciro Immobile scored last season in Serie A? A 32 goals, B 34 goals, C 36 goals, and D 38 goals.
I think I know the answer to this because Ciro Immobile and Ronaldo tied last season for the amount of goals that they scored in. Is this like Serie A or?
No, yeah, Serie A is different. Immobile scored more than Ronaldo.
Oh, so
I mean,
this is like total, right?
Yeah, this is fresh. This should stay
Okay.
up in your memory for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for C36 because either that or 34. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for C36. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
36?
Yeah.
Yep, this is absolutely correct.
Okay.
Last season, Ciro Immobile scored 36 goals and became the top scorer of the
Yeah, Serie
League.
A. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got this one correct. Moving on to the fourth question. So, for how many seasons did Bielsa work at Athletic Bilbao? A. 3 seasons, B. 2 seasons, C. 4 seasons, and D. Just 1 season.
I don't know, but if I were to take a guess, I don't know if he really failed at Athletic Bilbao or not.
Yeah, just go.
so-
Let's just go back and talk about it a little bit. How was it?
Yeah.
So the biggest highlight of Bielsa at Athletic Bilbao was that Europa League run when they went all the way up to the final, where they lost to the Atletico Madrid 3-0, and they beat Atletico Bilbao actually beat Manchester United on their way, and I think Braga, some club from Portugal. So yeah, this was a very successful run, and that was when they had Fernando Llorente, Javi Martinez.
So this was 2015?
No.
No.
This was, I think, 11-12. So
Oh yeah, I'm way off.
he-
Way off.
here's your hint.
Okay. I mean like a successful run sounds good, but I
And
don't
they
think,
weren't actually bad in La Liga. Bielsa actually built a really good team in there.
I don't think Bielsa is a long-term kind of coach, so I'm gonna go for 2 years B. I think. I think
Is
that
that your
sounds
final
right.
answer?
Yeah.
Okay, B it is, and B is actually correct. He was there for 2 seasons. This is very good.
Okay.
Nice. And now let's move to the next question.
So I mean, like, let me explain the knowledge behind that because I don't think Bielsa is, like I said, the type of coach to stick around in one club for a long time. I think after he has like a good run, I think he realized that he's finished with them, and he probably just moved on. That was my thinking behind that. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now, even at Leeds, he's there already for 2 seasons, and now it's his 3rd season in Premier League, and they're playing very entertaining, exciting football. They score goals, but they also
Leeds
concede,
score a lot, but also
concede
concede
so
a lot,
much.
Yeah.
and they're like a mid-table team right now. So yeah, this is his 3rd season, and this is like one of his longest seasons in a club. Moving on to the 5th question. So it's, in which minute did Cristiano Ronaldo score that bicycle kick goal against Juventus in the Champions League quarterfinal? So the choices are A, 52nd minute, B, 74th minute, C, 64th minute, and D, 58th minute.
Yeah, now this is probably a question that I should know the answer to by heart because I am a pretty diehard Cristiano fan and everyone
Fanboy.
around me knows it. Yeah, about the fanboy thing, even my profile picture on Instagram is just my face pasted over Ronaldo's in his pose. So yeah, I should probably know this, and I think I do have a good idea. I know the number ended with 4 for a fact, and so A and D are automatically out. So I'm left with B and C. In 74th minute, I think that's too late through the game to, yeah, I think that's way too late. So I think it's probably C. I feel like it. because 64 sounds right to me.
Okay. 64?
Yeah.
Okay. And now let's see if the Ronaldo fanboy actually knows everything about his idol.
Of course I do.
So, he's actually right. 64th minute.
Obviously.
Yeah. There's nothing else to say about it. It was honestly a beautiful goal. It will end up in our memories forever. So, moving on to the 6th question.
I want to move back to the 5th question because you mentioned how it will stay in your memory, but I want to mention how I see a replay of that goal before I go to bed every night, and I try to paste my face over his again. So, it's just like a natural habit to me at this point, even when I take a nap.
So now guys, let's take a break from this question. So now let's talk about actual football that happened today. Premier League, Liverpool played against Southampton, and I was honestly shocked. Southampton beat Liverpool 1-0, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah, even after a couple seconds after the game was over, we saw the Southampton coach cry down into tears, but they were tears of joy because they managed to beat Liverpool and they're having a tremendous season right now.
Southampton, they're having a very successful season.
Yeah, they're 6th in the Premier League, above Chelsea.
8th.
Frank Lampard is underperforming
Very
tremendously.
poor.
Yeah, so it was good to see Liverpool being beat by a smaller team like Southampton. It just adds to the excitement of the Premier League, you could say.
Yeah, this year the title race is very tight, and after this game, Southampton helped Manchester United, and now actually if Manchester United win their game, they can go top and they're gonna be 3 points clear of Liverpool.
United have a game in hand right now, and if they do win that game in hand, they will be 3 points ahead of Liverpool, which I think is a huge lead for a team like Manchester United. And if they do get that, I wish the best to them, and I hope they don't blow it. So
yeah, as of right now, it's really toe-to-toe. We was not expecting Manchester United going forward past Liverpool in like the first 5 games, and now there's even Leicester and Tottenham, and Manchester City has 2 games in hand, and if they win those, it's very interesting. So now let's move on to the 6th question, and the question is, how many players did Real Madrid sign in the season of 2010-2011? A. 5 players, B. 3 players, C. 7 players, D. 6 players.
Okay, so I know for a fact that this was the Mourinho era, and I honestly have no idea how many players they signed.
Do you want to count out the names so it makes sense and it's easier?
To be fair, I probably don't know who they signed that season either, so yeah, I'm just clueless on this one. Because I know players that were signed around that era, around that time period, so you could name off Ozil or Kaká or Ronaldo was signed before that, prior to Mourinho's arrival.
No, Kaká was not even that. It was before.
Oh, it was before. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I'm talking about transfers before, Benzema, Ronaldo, Kaká. That was all around the same time, which was before. So
you have to think after.
Yeah, I think the squad was already pretty set at the time. So I don't think Mourinho would have had to bring in a lot of signings, which he usually does, because Real Madrid was a strong team back then. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the smallest number on there, B, number 3.
Are you sure? 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is actually wrong. You're very far from the correct answer. It's actually 7.
Okay.
And let me name the players.
Yeah.
So that transfer that year, Real Madrid signed Adebayor, that's 1. Pedro Leon, that's 2. Canales, that's 3. Di Maria, that's 4. Ozil, that's 6. And Ricardo Carvalho, the Portuguese center back, that's 7. And that's Mourinho's one of the favorite center backs. He played for him, I think, in Chelsea and Porto as well.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
So I was technically right about Mourinho doing a lot of signings, but I thought he would have been said. But yeah, I was wrong because Di Maria and Ozil single-handedly alone are one of the biggest signings in the century of Real Madrid. So
yeah, so this is the second wrong answer that you got.
Yeah.
And guys, now let's move on to the seventh question. So, who became the best player of the World Cup 2010? Who was named the best player of the tournament? So A. Diego Forlan, the Uruguayan captain.
Striker, yeah.
B. Javi. C. Iniesta. D. Snyder.
Okay, so I know for a fact Forlan had a good season. He scored a lot of goals that World Cup. I think 6 or 7. I'm not sure. But moving on.
If I say something more, it's gonna be a hint.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Okay. B is Javi. C is Iniesta. Both of them led Spain to victory that World Cup. I mean, like obviously Casillas' save was probably the key moment, but
But he's not here.
yeah, of course, the goalkeepers are never there for best player. They're rarely there, so
But he
They
was
just-
the best goalkeeper of the tournament.
yeah, the goalkeepers don't get that much credit to be named the best player of the whole competition, sadly. But then we have Snyder, who also that was the best time of his career.
Yeah, I mean, people even some of the
Compared him
people
to-
saying that he
yeah.
was robbed. He should have won the Ballon
Ballon
d'Or.
d'Or. So he was compared to the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho even. So you know that's pretty huge. But I don't think it was Javi. But then if I say that and it is Javi, it's tough. I'm just gonna go for Snyder. Yeah, because I guess that's what all the hype was about. I'm gonna go for D. Snyder.
So Snyder is the final answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually wrong. Diego Forlan won that
Oh.
year. He was named the best player of the World Cup.
Okay.
Even though Uruguay didn't make it to the final, Forlan he was the leader. He scored so many goals.
Yeah, I remember highlights
Yeah.
of his goals.
And
yeah.
he scored a beautiful goal against Ghana, I think. No, not Ghana.
No.
Forlan didn't score against Ghana. He scored in the group stage a beautiful goal from the free kick. But yeah, it was an absolutely awesome tournament for Forlan. And I think that was well deserved for him. But yeah, but I mean, other players, they weren't as far from the results from Forlan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Forlan was the best player.
Yeah, honestly, saying Snyder was probably silly of me, but I guess the Netherlands jersey influenced that choice I made. But
Yeah, and I mean, how can you say Snyder when they went to the final and they ended up losing it?
yeah,
But I mean, same thing maybe goes for Forlan
because
neither
they didn't even
year-
make it to the final. But yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. He had a good run. I remember that for sure. But yeah,
So yeah, now do you want to move to the next question?
yeah, of course.
Okay, so question number 8. This is about Thomas Tuchel. He got fired.
Fired from
PSG.
Yeah.
It's too sad. Where did Thomas Tuchel begin his coaching career? A. Augsburg 2. B. Mainz 3. C.
Yes. See.
Köln. D. Hamburg.
So this is another tough one because pretty much all of these sound pretty realistic, besides for
What do you think?
Köln.
When I did these questions, I tried to make them as realistic as possible.
Köln and Mainz. I think those aren't realistic options. Hamburg, I don't know. We know they're a team that goes up and down in the German level.
Which team?
Hamburg, they perform good,
Yeah.
and then they get
The-
relegated out
yeah.
of nowhere. So that might be realistic, but I don't think that's what happened. So I think Tuchel started at Augsburg too, like as in the second team. So yeah, Augsburg too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not Mainz?
I think you're playing mind games against me right now with mine. So yeah, A, Augsburg.
Final answer?
Yep.
Okay, he's actually correct. It's Augsburg 2. He started his coaching career then, and then he moved on to Mainz.
Okay.
Yeah, so this makes sense.
Because all of the other 3 teams were top tier clubs at that point, so I don't think they would have hired Thomas Tuchel out of nowhere.
So you got 2 questions to go. So far you're doing good.
Yeah.
9th question is, how many points did Leicester earn in that season, in the 15-16 season, when they became the champions of the Premier League, when they won the Premiership? So A, 86 points, B, 90 points, C, 81 points, and D, 83 points.
I don't know. This is kind of tough because it was really close that season, and
Yeah, I mean, you can think about it this way, like, in average, like how many points does a team earn in a Premier League when they win the tournament, right?
It has to be 81's definitely not high enough.
In the recent years, we've seen like Manchester City and Liverpool just break the records,
Yeah, that's what I'm
finishing
saying.
with 90 something points.
Dominating, yeah. I think 81's too low. 83 might be too low too. 90 is probably too high. Or is it? Either 86 or 90.
They want
I'll
to
go
erase.
for-
They
I'll
want to
go-
erase two.
No, just erase one.
Just erase
You're
one.
gonna erase 81, aren't you?
I'm gonna erase 90. B.
Yeah, then 86. I'm positive.
So
Yeah,
you have three
A.
choices: 86, 81, and 83.
Yeah,
Are you picking 86?
86.
This is actually wrong. So Leicester, when they won that title, they actually earned 81 points. The one that you were saying it's unrealistic, they actually did, and this is like one of the lowest points that a champion earned in a season that won the title, and this is surprising. Yep,
Okay.
it's actually true.
It's kind of. I did not think I would have forgot something like this, but there you go.
Yep.
You never know.
So you made it to the last question number 10. So far you're doing fine. And the last question is, which team won the most titles in the history of Ligue 1, the French division? A. PSG, B. Lyon, C. Saint-Etienne, D. Nantes.
Yeah, so this could easily be a trick question because most people would just say PSG straight away because of all the attention.
Domination.
Yeah, and the
of
domination
last 10
currently.
years.
But I'm also smart enough to know that Lyon used to have their own domination period similar to this.
Mid 2000s.
Yeah, so, but then I don't know about Saint Etienne. Maybe they had their own thing going on before that. I don't know, not sure, but either PSG or Lyon, in my opinion. I don't want to underestimate Lyon either because I know they used to be a great team.
Why not Nantes? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like Nantes would be neglected this much if they had the most.
Do you even think that they won a title?
Yeah, they probably definitely have.
Like,
Sure.
if you were to guess, how many?
3 or
Three?
maybe more. I don't know.
Okay.
For all I know, I don't follow Ligue 1. PSG. It's not like they're just now winning titles. They used to win the Ligue 1 before this too. So I think the safest choice would be PSG. So I will go with PSG.
Going for the bandwagon again.
See now you're making me look at Lyon closer, but then it's like imagine if it's Saint Etienne and then I just look like
think more original,
if I look like a total clown if it ends up being Saint Etienne.
and you're gonna even look more like a clown if it's Nantes.
Yeah, I
Even
know
worse.
if I just neglected them like that, but then wouldn't you think that they would get more attention and more labels of favorites if they won the most titles in the history of the division, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on like the times that they're living. It depends. So make your final decision. It's time.
Bandwagon it is, PSG, number 8.
PSG?
Yeah.
And it's actually wrong. It's not PSG. And your mind is gonna blow when you
It's
hear
not, isn't
when
it?
you hear the final answer. No, it's not that bad. It's Saint Etienne.
Okay.
Yep, they won the most titles, and you got this question wrong. But it's okay. You did well.
I expected
Overall-
that, to be honest, Saint Etienne. I knew they would have just popped out and just punched me in the face like that. Yet, disrespected them by far. Jumped
Not-
on the bandwagon. I want to know the
Learned your
difference now.
lesson.
Yeah, I want to know the difference of how many titles now.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in the thing
Okay.
for the people. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. But I know for sure, and it's confirmed, it's a fact that Saint Etienne won the most title. But I mean, PSG is actually close. I think if they win this year, they're gonna tie with Saint Etienne or be up for just one title.
So if we upload this video like a year later, I'm right.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do it.
Okay, but you could have, but sure. There's too many buts going on in here. So let's just wrap this up and then get on with how many I got wrong.
So it's a 50%.
You know, that's an F or a D minus, so
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I'm very disappointed in myself with this one, but I'm gonna cut myself some slack because some of these were questions that I shouldn't really know the answer to, you know, me being just turning 15. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself some credit for getting 5 right.
So you're gonna have 5 butt subs,
Yeah.
and we're gonna show you guys how it goes.
Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
So now we're at the field. It's about 7:35 in the morning, and we're gonna be doing my punishment.
So yeah, as you remember in the video, he got 5 questions wrong, and now I get to hit 5 butt ups.
Let's see if he gets all of them, because my butt is a pretty big target, but let's see what he does.
Alright guys, now we're gonna be doing the actual thing. So I'm supposed to just get in the middle, bend over, and then he's gonna be shooting right up the target.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Are you ready?
Yeah. That was a good one. I hit it.
Right on my right cheek. So that was the first attempt. Let's see if he hits the rest of them.
I don't want to get too close.
That wasn't a good shot, but he did meg me, so there goes one nutmeg. Let's see trial number 3.
Say goodnight, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's early in the morning, and I just got woken up, you could say.
And it's cold.
That hurt.
Was that 3?
That was the 3rd one.
Okay, now 4th. That was a bad one.
That was a pass. Alright, now it's last attempt. Let's see what he does. Or how he does.
Hopefully I hit the target. Yep, I got it.
Yeah, that hit my back, kind of, but
It was
counts.
middle.
He could have just missed, you know.
So that was it, guys. I hit 3 out of 5. It's not bad actually, and one was really good.
Yeah, it's not too bad, especially the one that hit down the middle was pretty good. It hurt. Now let's see if I can sit in the car, because I'm not sure. It's still hurting. And the one that hit my back too, that one's hurting too.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe. Hopefully you like this new content, new format. It's called We Know Better, the questions, but he doesn't know better. So yeah,
Sadly.
please comment down your opinion about it, and even suggest us what kind of questions we should ask in the next videos. Yeah, and please subscribe and enjoy your day.